is, and I hope you enjoyed that little mini bookshelf tour. I didn't want to spend a lot of time actually saying which books I own, and I just wanted to show them to you because this is more of a discussion video. I really want to talk about book buying and book hauls. I feel like this topic is very important because I have done book hauls on my channel, and book hauls, you accumulate many books in a short amount of time. Typically, at least for me, too short of amount of time to actually read them. And this makes my TBR list exponentially long. And I know I've gone on book buying bans in the past, particularly last year, and it was a resolution for me to not buy any books at all last year except for books that were gifted to me and sequels to books I've already been reading. This only lasted 4 short months because in April I broke my book buying ban, and I've had 3 book hauls since. 1 was for my birthday, 2 was for spring when I stopped my book buying ban, and the 3rd one was just this holiday. Particularly, I want to celebrate book hauls because it also celebrates people who give you gifts, because they're giving you gifts that you love and you enjoy and you really, really want, and so I want to give credit to those people. However, accumulating all of these books, I typically don't have enough time to read them. So I really wanted to talk to people about why they do book hauls, why they accumulate an immense amount of books if they don't have enough time to read them. And I really want to know whether you guys do book hauls or if you buy a book, read it, and then buy another book. This discussion is also spurred upon a video I watched earlier this morning from Grace on G Swizzle Books. She posted a TBR shame tag where she listed all of the books that she owns but hasn't read yet, because those are the books that are really on her TBR list. And so I felt compelled to do the same thing. However, instead of showing you all of the books on my shelves that I haven't read yet, I decided to give out some numbers. Out of the physical at-home copied books, I have a total of 203. Out of those books, I've only read 98 of them. That means that 105 books I am either currently reading or I haven't even read yet. That is an immense number. It is insane. I knew I had about half and half, but still the amount of non-read books that I own is really startling to me. I do have to say that I also grabbed my ebooks from my phone because that also needs to be included, and that does boost up my read numbers, but it's still staggering. If I include my ebooks, I have a total of 236. Out of those, 130 I have read and 106 I haven't. That is still a very staggering and crazy number because I don't have enough time to read that many, especially with sequels coming out to books I am already reading. And so this isn't just a why do you haul books, why do you buy books, how do you buy books, it's also a how do you handle being bombarded with these amazing stories that you want to read but not being able to read them because you just don't have enough time. BookTube has not spurred my book buying problems. I have been buying more books than I can read ever since I got a job. Many of these books have been with me since I was a teenager. I do have to say that 15 out of those 106 books I haven't read yet, I actually rescued on the side of the road. Somebody was doing a yard sale, didn't get rid of those books that they wanted to get rid of, and so they just left them in a box on the side of the road for trash. And so I grabbed them and took them home. However, I haven't read a single one of them. And also 10 of those unread books I got just in this holiday season. So I know a lot of those numbers do get shortened based on time frame and how I acquired the books, but it's still a really staggering and insane number. And so I wonder if book hauls are more detrimental to the booktube community than we really think they are. Because if you want to really talk about a book and its synopsis, you can do that anyway when you talk about them in a wrap-up or in a book review. So each book has a potential for you to talk about them. So in a way, book hauls are pretty pointless unless you're using them to credit the person that has gifted you these gifts. So in my contemplations, I have decided to attempt to reinstate my book buying bans and also to not do book hauls unless I am giving credit to somebody who is giving me a gift. I would really like your input on this topic and how you go about your want to read all of the books and everything that you're exposed to being on BookTube. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!